28 years ago this month, would you believe? And when he started promoting it, he just had the petrol in the car as a budget to go around record shops and play the song outside the record shops to try to get them to stock it and increase sales. Well, I'm delighted that Brendan is joining us on. We're streaming and obviously live on the radio. Brendan, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, John. How are you?
Good. And you were saying off air there that you're a bit tired because you've been up in the middle of the night promoting the song now in other territories where the time is different.
Yeah, it's a bit crazy, but look, it's something I embarked upon. I'm determined to bring this to the world by myself. This time, I've a little bit more than the petrol in the car. I have the internet, which is fantastic, and it's helping me greatly. So far, it's going well, and it's starting to pick up airplay in Southeast Asia. So it's all good.
And so it should, because it's timeless. It sounds as good, and it hasn't dated.
Well, thank you so much. No, it hasn't, and it's just a great shame that it didn't get out before now. You know, it was held captive, but I can't dwell on that. I just have to get on with it now and push it out into the rest of the world.
Why was it held captive? What's changed now? Is there, like, have you come to the end of a contract, or what's happened?
Yeah, I had a contract with a record company, and they held that contract for the same length of time, and I couldn't do anything until now. So I re-recorded the song, which is what you were hearing there, and I now own the rights as well.
Okay.
So now we go.
So now you can, but it was because it was never released abroad. It was a huge hit here, and it's just one of them songs that if you're from Ireland, you're going to know it, but never released in other territories.
No. So that's going to change now.
Yeah, right. Okay. But obviously, it's not all about that song, because you've plenty of other material. Down through the years, have been 3 platinum albums, and I think it's 7 top 10 hits here in Ireland. So other material will follow abroad as well.
Yes, absolutely, one after the other.
Okay. They'll
just go banging them out to radio, and look, I can't just get into a graveyard and not try this, you know. So I'll never forgive myself if I don't have a go. So I'm going to do that. And so far, so good. The reaction is great. There's great goodwill for me out there online, which is fantastic. Good. And nice gentlemen like yourself are looking up for interviews, and that's great. Because the more the merrier, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's only right that we, I suppose, be reminded of it. And I couldn't believe that it was 28 years ago this month that it was first released. So it is mad. And the song, I was chatting there about only having the petrol in the car. And what's your memories from the early days when the song came out and you were around the country promoting it?
Oh, God. Getting arrested in Cork, I suppose.
How did that happen?
I was singing outside Golden Discs in Paul Street, and a guard came up to me and said, "You better stop." You know, I said, "Why?" He said, "Because the other shopkeepers, they're not happy because all the people are standing here with you." I said, "That's okay." He said, "No, it's not. No, you have to stop." He said, "If you sing it once more, I will arrest you." So I pressed play, and off we go. And he came and took me away. And I didn't realise, but there was someone from the Examiner was there. And the next morning on page 1, Brendan Keeley arrested for singing his songs in the streets of Cork. It was the best free promotion I've ever got.
I was just going to say, yeah, absolutely.
Then all the other shops called me up and said, "Hey, come to us, do this with us. You know, we'd love to see you." And so, boom, and off it went. Then it took its own legs. I didn't have to go do that anymore. Then the Late Late came on board, and then it was there, you know. So yeah, it makes you wise, but it's just a shame that then when I signed up to a label that they just didn't exploit it across the world, and you know, that's just tragic. But it changed the course of my life, really. But look, better late than never.
Yeah,
go for it.
Absolutely. But it was huge at the time. It was played off the air, and it just sounds like a song that will be tailor made, especially for the European market. You're chatting there about Asia, but I think it was just tailor-made for the European market, and I'm amazed that the record company didn't see it the same way.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just, I mean, once you sign up to a label, for example, the marketing manager left in the middle of my campaign to sell shoes. So that's what happens. It becomes a hard-nosed business instead of a passion. But, you know, for me, it was my life's work. And you're so right. I believe, like you do, that it will take off in Europe. It has to. Because it's, and I always live on the fact that, look, I'm not selling crap here, you know.
No, absolutely.
I'm selling something decent. And so that's what keeps me going.
And there's going to be people hearing it now for the first time. And I think
it's generation.
It's one of those songs that you hear it and you're singing along with it, and it sticks in your memory. I mean, we're used to it here in Ireland. We're, you know, well familiar with it. But if you're hearing it elsewhere for the first time, you're kind of going, oh, I've heard that song somewhere before. But they haven't. They probably haven't.
No, and like we said, there's a whole new generation of people now who can appreciate it and bring it to them. You know, a funny story now, when you were asking me there about the first time it was a hit, a DJ told me, he said, the only reason that's a hit is because it's nearly 5 minutes long and the DJ can go to the jacks while it's played on the slow set.
Yeah. The DJ's always had a few songs, whether they were fast or slow, that you could do that too. So, it was a hit back in the day, right enough in the slow set, back when there were slow sets.
Yeah. But look, it still resonates with a lot of people, and you know, I'm still very hopeful. So I'm just going to keep on going, and I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know. I'm going down a blind tunnel with it, but I'm just going to keep going. And so far, it's starting to work for me. So, you know, I'm after stuff in America now as well, in Canada. So let's see what happens there.
And I can see this having a knock-on effect, that there's going to be a new interest in Brendan Keeley here in Ireland because of the fact that
hopefully.
28 years ago this month, and it's a song that's always been sort of there, maybe in the back of our consciousness. This is going to pull it forward, and you've said that there's been others looking for interviews and stuff. So it's all good.
It's all great. I'm really happy and pleased with the way it's gone. I mean, we've only gone and released a few days, and so far so good, you know. Yeah. And I know now how to be patient. I remember the first time I was panicking and saying, "Oh God, it's not released. What's going on?" You know, but I don't. I'm too old for that now, and I know how to work this, and I know how to do it. So I'm just nice and easy, no stress. And I even have to now take time out here to myself. I'm in Germany right now. I have to take time out and just sit down for a minute, you know, before I go again, because you could just stress yourself into a ball or something, you know. But I know it's grand, and you know, there's a great reaction to the video and the whole thing, and yeah, it's back to square one now. I own everything again, so here we go.
Yeah, but back to sort of, in a way, a similar situation to where you were 28 years ago, except the mechanics, the tools are different.
Yeah, exactly.
Just roll the clock back to when it was released first, and you were out playing it live. You must have been amazed at the reaction. You know, one song, you know, you would have had a full set, and then this one song, and you'd have seen it live, the difference when you started to play that song.
Well, yeah, when I got out and started to do concerts, then I didn't get to sing any of it. You know, the audience sang it.
Yeah.
And it was incredible, because that's just a brilliant feeling, and it's a sure sign of a hit, you know. Yeah. They just took it, and I just didn't get to sing it. And they all loved the big whoa part in the end of the choruses there. Yeah. Like that lifts the roof off places, you know.
Yeah. It does. And, it does have the sing-along factor.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. And oddly enough, you're saying it'll bounce back in Ireland, and hopefully so. I was chatting to Peter Aiken there, and he said to me, "I knew you'd come back somehow with this," because he put me out on a tour before in Ireland, and then the record company let us down, and his plan was to get it out abroad, come back and do the Point, as it was called at the time. Yeah. So now it's what is it, the O2 or
the Three Arena?
The Three Arena. Yeah. So we'll see. Let's see what happens. I keep pushing and see what happens.
Yeah. Well, listen, do keep pushing. And you say that the video's been re-recorded?
The video is that's new, yeah, and remastered, and it looks nice, and it's great reaction to it.
All right.
Fairness, it's the time he did it. It was well, I let this director just go on it, and she came up with a great version. So happy enough, just keep rolling. Again, like the song, it hasn't been seen around the world, so it's time.
So that's new as well. Okay. And have you been approached yet to record it in a different language?
Not yet, no, but that's an interesting point. We'll see what happens. Okay. The great thing about, I spent a lot of time here in Germany. They like English songs, they're well used to them. Well, they like a lot of German stuff as well, but they're well used to an English language song,
Yeah.
So, I'm chasing them down as well. So
great. Well, listen, whatever country that you're talking to, and wherever the song is being released, the best of luck with it. And thanks for taking a wee bit of time out, Brendan Keeley. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, John. Thank you for your time.
Look after yourself.
Around the Northwest with Donegal Airport. Are you travelling